WTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Good Thursday morning. It's 5:30. Welcome to Montana This Morning. I'm Victoria Hill. Thank you so much for kicking off your day with us. And good morning to Miller over in the Weather Center. Miller, it sounds like you're earning that meteorologist money today. They got
Absolutely.
you working hard. There's lots going on in the sky.
Yeah, very busy morning so far, and it's going to turn out to be a very busy afternoon. Let's take a look at the cloud cover out there right now. Actually, may see a little bit of rain out there in the background. This great shot courtesy of the Stockman Bank weather cam. 49 at the airport, feels like 45. Humidity's near 70%. Winds out of the northeast at about 9 miles an hour. Just some temperatures around the horn, mainly in the 40s. We do have some 50s as well. We've got 44 at Reed Point, Livingston at 46, but it looks like we have a little bit of rain there. Huntley at 49, 50 at Hardin, and Crow Agency at 50. Highs today, 50s and 60s. We see some 70s and maybe some 80s over on the eastern side of the state. And you'll see the rain starting to move in a little bit later on this afternoon, and some of the severe weather that we're going to be tracking. There you go, especially Miles City and areas south down into the northeast corner of Wyoming is where we have a chance to see a golf ball size hail, wind gust over 75 miles an hour, and this is between 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. Today, and that timeline could shift just a little bit. We're already seeing a good bit of rain, actually, moderate rain from Joliet down to Fromberg into Bridger. Nice little cell down there dumping some moderate rain on the area, and we have that chance to see some rain a little bit later on today here in Billings. We will definitely keep everybody updated as we go along today, and I can't stress enough, download the Q2 weather app, stay weather aware, because we'll be giving you constant updates also on social media, Facebook, and on Twitter too.
Yeah, the app is amazing. It's great with the alerts.
Very helpful in times like this.
Yes. All right, Miller, thank you so much for all those updates. I'll get on to the news. Our top story this Thursday morning, there's new hope. A ceasefire could be on the horizon in Gaza. But today, strikes continue to be exchanged between Israel and Hamas militants. President Joe Biden has pressed Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to de-escalate the military campaign, while Hamas officials say they expect a ceasefire agreement to be reached within days. More than 200 Palestinians and a dozen Israelis have been killed in the latest outbreak of violence. Here in Montana, a new law forcing state universities to allow guns on their campuses is being challenged in court. The Board of Regents is suing the state, saying the law violates its constitutional right to manage the university system. Leaders say they're attempting to overturn the law after receiving thousands of emails from people who are against it. But not everyone within the university system believes the regents are doing the right thing.
The issue here is not whether the legislative office or the Board of Regents has ultimate authority. What I believe is not open for debate is whether or not the board has the authority to override the Constitution of the United States. It does not have that authority.
Lawyers for the Board of Regents are expected to ask judges to block the law while the fight progresses in court. House Bill 102 will be at least the fifth law passed by the 2021 legislature to face a court challenge over its constitutionality. Crews are working nonstop on the Yellowstone River Bridge portion of the Billings Bypass project. Building the 1,800-foot-long bridge is no easy task. About a third of a mile stretches across the Yellowstone River, and crews had to build a temporary bridge just for cranes and other machinery. The project won't be open to motorists until 2024, but when it's finished, the drive time between Lockwood and the Heights will be cut down significantly.
It will connect Lockwood and the Johnson Lane interchange over on the south side of the river with the Heights, and there will be two connections to the Heights, one on Old Highway 312 and a second that connects over to Main Street and US 87.
This is just part 2 of 6 for the Billings Bypass project. Officials hope to have all portions finished by 2026. A bill to create a bipartisan commission investigating the Capitol riot passed the House yesterday. But as CBS's Tina Kraus reports, it's unclear if it has enough Republican support to pass the Senate.
The bill is passed.
35 House Republicans joined with Democrats to pass a 9/11-style commission to investigate the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol.
This is about facts. It's not partisan politics.
The commission would be equally divided between Republicans and Democrats, each with subpoena power and with the direction to complete its work by the end of the year.
Holy cow.
Ohio Democrat Tim Ryan scolded the 175 Republicans who voted against the bill.
We have people scaling the Capitol, hitting the Capitol Police with lead pipes across the head, and we can't get bipartisanship.
Republicans wanted the commission to also look at the violence stemming from last year's social justice protests.
And why is it that there is no willingness to look into all of the riots and the arson and the violence and the burning?
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer promised to bring the bill to a vote.
Getting at the truth is more important now that some Republicans are trying to rewrite history.
But it faces an uphill battle in the divided chamber where 10 Republicans are needed to overcome a GOP filibuster.
I'm disinclined to be supportive, and that's my disposition.
Meanwhile, the FBI is still trying to track down suspects. Yesterday, it released new videos in hopes the public can identify people taking part in the assault. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
Today, the House will vote on a nearly $2 billion package to shore up security on Capitol Hill. Another vote in the House showed just how political wearing a mask has become. Republican Representative Kevin McCarthy made a proposal to update mask wearing requirements for vaccinated lawmakers. The proposal was defeated along a party line vote of 218 to 210. Some lawmakers made a point to show their opposition to the mask mandate by refusing to wear one during votes. Those lawmakers now face a potential $500 fine. House Democrats say they're still worried about those who refuse to get vaccinated spreading the virus. In Colorado, 2 police officers who were involved in the rough arrest of a 73-year-old woman with dementia are now facing criminal charges. The woman's arrest was caught on video and has caused an uproar in her community. CBS's FEMI Redwood has the latest.
Former Loveland, Colorado police officer Austin Hopp is charged with second-degree assault, attempting to influence a public servant, and official misconduct for his behavior while arresting 73-year-old Karen Garner in June of 2020.
While peace officers are permitted to use reasonable force to effect an arrest, the investigation in this case showed that Austin Hopp used excessive force.
Former officer Daria Jalali faces charges of failing to report use of force, failing to intervene, and official misconduct.
I fully support these charges. I'll say it again. I fully support these charges.
Hopp arrested the grandmother of 9 while she was walking home after being accused of stealing about $14 worth of goods from the local Walmart, despite Garner returning the items.
Do you need to be arrested right now? No. Okay. Let's stop. Come on. Come on.
I'm going home. Seconds later, the 80-pound woman's face was in the dirt and her arms cuffed behind her back.
Right now you're resisting, which is not going to fly with me.
Officer Jalali begins to assist in the arrest, and it's then that you hear Garner's arm break.
Ow!
She was denied medical treatment as she sat handcuffed in a jail cell for more than 6 hours. After the arrest, the officers and colleagues mocked the woman.
I just want justice for my mom.
Garner's family says the charges don't go far enough.
I feel like these are pretty minimal crimes that they put against them, and there's a whole list of charges that they could have put against these officers, and they just put a few.
The family is also calling for the police chief to be fired, along with Sergeant Philip Metzler, who was also at the scene. FEMI Redwood, CBS News.
The family's attorney says Gardner was confused and slipped away from her caretaker on the day she was accused of stealing at Walmart. Now we go to Helena, where a man has been arrested for the vandalism spree that included offensive imagery on the historic Cathedral of St. Helena. 21-year-old Durbin Tabb is facing felony charges of criminal mischief and malicious intimidation. He's accused of causing over $10,000 worth of damage to 5 buildings and almost a dozen vehicles. Authorities don't believe Tabb acted alone, and they've identified some other suspects. In Wyoming, plans to build a new hospital in Riverton just became more real as a local medical district announced a partnership with Billings Clinic. Billings Clinic already has relationships in numerous Wyoming communities, including Basin, Lovell, Powell, and Cody. A spokesperson for Riverton Medical District called the partnership a huge momentum builder and a massive win. He praised Billings Clinic as a nationally recognized health system with a laser focus on advancing care in local communities.